My husband has been murdered. The only trouble is, I murdered him. Someone will take the fall.
So welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to very briefly highlight a game I've been playing lately. It's called Overboard. It's a murder mystery, film noir, interactive visual novel game set in the 1930s aboard a ship going from England to America, and it really does feel like a classic film noir from Hollywood's golden era. It's like a double indemnity where the main character is the bad guy and the villains are all the good people who might find you out. So you're rooting for the bad guy. It's a classic whodunit where you done it, but you have to convince everyone you didn't. You play a woman who in the opening animation kills her husband by pushing him off the boat late at night while on the top deck of the ship. Then you wake up the next morning and you have something like 6 to 8 hours to interact with the other passengers and throw them off the scent by either incriminating someone else for the murder or by simply convincing them you had nothing to do with it. So it comes down to making the right dialogue choices and interacting with the right people. It's also a bit of a roguelike because it doesn't take very long to get through the trip to America, and you'll know whether you've succeeded or failed by the time you arrive. Each time you start over, you have a better idea of where you need to go on the ship and who you need to interact with. You also get these little objectives that pop up in the upper left-hand corner of the screen that gives you something else to shoot for during each run. And each room you stop in and each person you talk to advances time forward a little bit, so you have to carefully plan out where you want to go next. And of course, the more people you talk to, the more you get to know each character and what they may or may not know about the previous night. I've failed a number of times, and I've succeeded a number of times, at least insofar as putting enough doubt in their minds that I was able to get away with it, but I have yet to successfully incriminate one of the other passengers. I still feel like I have barely scratched the surface of all the options at my disposal. There's a surprising amount of possible ways each interaction can play out. On subsequent runs, you can even rewind and start the interaction over again if you don't like the way things are going. The game has a simple, sort of cartoony art style that I actually quite like. It's a cool little game. It's well written, it's got an intriguing premise. I definitely recommend checking this one out. Again, it's called Overboard, and it's out for PC and Nintendo Switch. Let me know if you plan on checking this one out, or if you already have, and if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Oh,